So, if suppose a student who's doing the program asks you, Bhavya, like I'm doing assignment, but I'm finding it difficult, it's confusing. How to go about this?
You can ask the teacher for that, for the clarity. They're never gonna say that I have taught you, you can do this or something like that. They're gonna help you. In fact, not only teachers, while we do classes, we have friends with us who are learning the same thing. So yeah, in between us also we had a group. So in between us also we used to communicate and discuss about any question that we were not clear with. In fact, discuss about the code that we have made. If someone has made a code and it was clear with the person that how it can be done. So we used to take help from them. So yeah, this is also the best thing we can learn in EdYoda. Like we do work in office to get a team work done, to get into the team, to have a group and study that studying in group maybe we can say that in an online way, not an offline, but in an online way. We can study in a group in a better way because sometimes what happens is maybe with the concept we don't know, other person might know it in a better way. They might have understood something in a better way. So yeah, sometimes we used to, when we all have the same doubt, we used to go to a teacher. But there were many times that in ourselves only, in our friends only, we could get the clarity. We could get the assignment questions. We could get the answers discussing in ourselves only, that how it can be done. So that was also a nice way to communicate. We learn to get communication. Through this, we get our communication skills up very well and how to do a teamwork and things like that.
And while doing the program, was there any module that you found like, okay, this is little bit more difficult for me?
Uh, yeah, I mean, in advanced Python and advanced Django, it was a little difficult to understand those things, but eventually, with practicing, with learning more and more, and with the teacher's guidance, I was able to correct things.
In summary, if I ask you three things that you liked about the program journey at EdYoda, what will it be?
First thing would be the program, the way it is made, the systematic way it is made, starts from basic and from the process goes start from basics and goes to the high level. Eventually, you don't even realize that how far you have come studying in in Yoda's program and how much knowledge you have grabbed in it. Eventually, you don't find it difficult to learn the thing because the program has been made in a very systematic way. Secondly, I would say the support of the teachers, the guidance of the teachers, and be it in any concepts, clarity, and anything, it's best. And other than that, the teamwork, the team members, other than those, we learn how to work in a team, how to learn anything with other people, how to discuss, how to communicate with others. And thirdly, strongly, I would say that their assignment process, their making us project, giving demo for it, making us do explanations for a demo. This somehow gave us an environment that we get in our office somehow. Doing our work on our own and explaining what you do, explaining what you are getting into your mind. Those things somehow it helps in our personality development and it majorly helps in our office work while we are in our office, while we do our job, it actually helps us. The good communication, the good knowledge, more concepts clarity, those are the major things we need in our workplace.
And like from your answer, one thing that you told is you get to learn from basics. So suppose a student asks you like, Bhavya, I don't have any knowledge about coding. I'm interested, but I don't know how to start. I have not learned anything on my own. Will I be able to do the program and learn coding?
Definitely. In fact, I would say from LinkedIn, people connected with me actually asking about EdYoda who are not actually with this technical field. So yeah, it's a very common confusion that people have with them. But I would say that the basics are the program is so very well equipped and so very well made in such a systematic manner that you don't face any difficulty for any non-technical person. I understand that for any non-technical person, it's a very new thing, right? But we also, after completing a schools, the same thing. We were not from a technical ground, technical field. So firstly, learning computer science was the first thing for us. So at that time also, the technical thing was new to us. Everything was new to us. But we eventually learned it. The same goes for a non-technical person. There's one day you learn technical things. So this is that day. As simple
And
as that.
one more thing, Bhavya, that most of us like who don't know programming, we feel that programming is very difficult. We can't learn it. What do you have to say to them?
It's a perspective thing actually. It's a personal perspective thing actually. Initially, for me also, sometimes I would feel that coding is difficult. It's not that easy. But I would say that you don't have to make a rocket directly, right? It's a very slow process to get there. So programming is the same. It's not like the first day you have to be very much on hard coder and doing a lot of things. It's a process, and you eventually learn things. It's just that you need to have interest in what you are learning. If you don't have interest, if you're doing something because somebody has told you because that you must do this because it's going on right now, it's the utmost thing which is required right now to clear your interviews or to get a job, so you won't. If you have interest in learning something, you will definitely get it. Whatever situation may be, interest consistency is something that is required, and nothing is difficult there. Nothing is difficult because there is one day you do something new. There's gonna be one day you're gonna do something new, learn something new. So yeah, get interest with that and bring your interest in that. Things get easy once you have that interest in learning the new things.
And how did you find the curriculum? Like, because like, was there everything that was covered that you needed? Like now you have already worked. Was there everything covered, or how do you feel was the curriculum?
Yes, curriculum was covered fully. There was nothing that got skipped from the curriculum as it was told by EdYoda. What are they going to teach? How they're going to teach? Whatever in my data science program was, everything got covered. Nothing got skipped.
And do you think like people like students have very important doubt that whatever is needed in the industry, am I learning everything or am I missing out something? So what would you tell them?
Yeah, this is where EdYoda helps you to make you learn what is required in the current industry. This is what I was told by earlier people also, that you need to have a training from a proper well-known institute actually. Because what I said earlier was that we can learn everything from internet. Nothing is impossible to learn from internet. But what currently is required is something that those institute mentors know, and they can guide us in a very well way because they know what current situation is, what is needed in this industries, and what they need to make a person learn things. So yeah, it helps. It helps a lot actually.
So this was about the program. Now main important part that everyone is interested in is placement process. So how was your
Yeah.
placement process like?
My placement process was quite smooth. I was getting means on, there is a company, particular company you can try and they can try and you can try. And I actually gave interviews. I actually gave 5 to 6 interviews in several companies, but somehow my experience was not at that much. I was not, maybe I was for some interviews I was not eligible, but no doubt I used to get many mails from EdYoda for applying. It was just that if I was not feeling right for those company, I was not applying for it. But when I felt it's good for me and I could apply here, I used to apply then and there.
How was the like applying process like? Was it like a portal or something?
Yeah, it was a EdYoda portal where I used to apply for the company, and there also I used to give the information like what is my skills, what is required, and why I feel this is right for me. There were 3 questions. I don't remember the exact questions, but yeah, it was related to these things only. I had to fill up it and fill up the. It was like a form to fill up where I could see, where I could see what they are offering me, what the company is offering me, and I could see what their objective is, what they want in a candidate. In fact, all these informations were already given by EdYoda to, so that we could read about it. We could read about the company. In fact, they used to give the summary about the company also, what the company does and what they want from a candidate, what they want the knowledge, what they need the skills. Everything was given in that portal so that we could get a very well clarity on what we want, where we want to go, and why we want to go, and how much they are offering. Are we happy or not with those offering or not? Every information was present in that portal, And after reading about it, after understanding it properly, only we used to apply for that job.
So Bhavya, students have one more doubt, that are there enough job opportunities?
Yes, definitely, definitely. In fact, I remember I was told that even if you're not satisfied with your job that you have gotten already, you can come to us after 6 months. Like even they told me this that you can come to us. So yeah, there are ample of opportunities you will get. So there is no doubt in this that will you be getting ample of opportunity. You will be getting opportunity at right time or not. If like yeah, I was also having this confusion at that time that what if after 2 3 interviews I don't get a job? So is EdYoda going to give me more opportunities? But one thing that I saw in EdYoda is that there was no stopping from the emails that yeah, it's enough for you right now, that we have got given you enough of opportunities or something like that. There is no situation like that. One until unless you don't get a job, opportunities are definitely going to come to you no matter what.
So like there are no limits. There will be jobs coming up. You can keep applying till you get placed.
Yes.
Okay. And let's say there is some student that asks you that, Bhavya, I'm like applying for companies. I'm giving interview also, but I'm not getting selected. What should I do?
Things take time, is all I can say. Things take time. Good things take time, actually. But if majorly you have this problem with you that you have given ample of interviews for you also, and you're not getting job or you're not getting placed, you talk to your mentors. You talk to your mentors, discuss with them, and analyze yourself. In fact, even you need to analyze yourself when you eventually give one after one interviews. You analyze yourself that where are we lacking from. You write down the questions on a paper, whatever the questions they have asked to you, and you see in the next interview what were the questions they asked you, and you see yourself that were you able to answer all the questions? Are you able to come touch that bar that they want you to be? So yeah, you actually need to analyze yourself also. You need to write down your questions. I used to do that personally. I used to do that I write questions, what they asked to me, how much I can remember, because there are interviews that go 30 minutes, there are interviews that go for 1 hour also. So there might be many questions, but you can note down yourself. You can know yourself that what were the basic questions that they asked, what were the advanced questions they asked. Somewhere you will get to know that there is some lagging in you. There is some improvement that is required by you in yourself and work on it. So if you're working hard, you're working consistently, you will get it. Somewhere it happens that for some people it might be 1 or 2 interviews and they get placed. For some people it might be 5 to 6 interviews and they will get placed, but you will definitely get placed. And EdYoda mentors are always there to help you. Discuss with them, be honest with them. How much you studied, how much you were able to answer, were you able to answer, were you afraid to answer, were you nervous at that time? Many a times, what we know that before an interview, we know everything. After interview, we know that we know everything. But while we are giving interview, we don't analyze ourselves that how nervous we were, and in that nervousness, how fumbled answers we might have given. This happens. We may know the answer, but we tell something else, some stories, and we don't get to that point. So yeah, so that's why analyze yourself with that and work upon it, and even honestly talk to your mentors, because I remember there are also some programs that helps you improve your personality, that helps you improve your communication skills, that will lessen your nervousness during the interviews. And once you will get confident with your answers, now you know that concepts are clear of yours and you know what the person is going to question, you know the answer of it. The confidence is itself going to help you getting placed in the company.
And any tip you would like to give to people who are just going to start giving interviews, that this is some mistake that happened that you should not make?
Mistakes, particularly, again, this is a personal perspective actually. Everyone has their own way to study, to learn things, and to give answers actually. All I would say you that whatever you have learned, be confident in that, and you also try to understand what the person is asking you and what is the expectations, and see a pattern in that. You may see a pattern in that, and you may find out that what currently is required, you may have not studied that. study that also even. Yeah, and eventually when you learn consistently, you study consistently, you learn things, you practice things, somewhere the confidence inside you make you be a better person while giving an interview. And never be nervous, never be nervous. Nothing is the last for you. Today you give an interview, it's not the last thing to you have done. There are many opportunities lined up. There are many things to do in your life. So you never get nervous about anything that what if I don't crack it today, what I'm going to do tomorrow. Be normal. Don't be casual, but be normal. Never be casual with your interviews. You never be so, yeah, that's fine. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, well, no. Today it has to be happen. But if it doesn't happen, it's fine. Tomorrow is a new day, new beginning. That would be fine, but never be casual in your life with these things. There are many times, today we feel like it's fine, but afterwards we feel that we shouldn't have left that opportunity go on like that. So never be casual in your life. With yourself, you never be casual.
Very important tip for viewers watching. Like we might have to go back, rewind and little bit hear it again. But very important tip from Bhavya. And we'll be coming to the final question, that is, let's say now we meet Bhavya, who is still deciding whether to join the EdYoda program or not. Now you have the knowledge of doing the full program. You even have knowledge of working in the industry for quite some time. So what advice would you give yourself?
Well, I would just advise myself, as I say always, that to what you never forget what you learn. In fact, go sometime back and revise what you learned. It might help you ahead. So keep learning and be consistent and keep learning. Learning should never get end. Never ever. And in fact, I have kept my EdYoda copies, notes very well right now also. If sometimes I want get back to those, I know where to get back and see those notes and get my clarity on the questions that I know might help me in my work.
And one more question I got is that, let's say there is someone who's watching this video, may not be in EdYoda, maybe somewhere else, who is facing problem like how you face, like you are giving interviews and you knew that you have the knowledge, but you are not cracking it. So someone who is like feeling like, man, this nothing is happening in my life, I'm not going ahead only, even though I'm putting full effort. Any suggestion you would like to give them?
For them, I would only say that we feel this 100 times that we are giving full efforts, we are doing everything that we want, but somewhere we might not know what is more required from ourselves. So for that, a mentoring is required. A spark is required to ignite your whole career. For me, EdYoda was that spark. It ignited my whole career. In my future, switching in doing interviews, somewhere I know what needs to be done from my side. Mentoring is very much required. We can get knowledge from everywhere, but a direction, how to work, what to work, and time is changing constantly. Time is changing daily. So maybe 2 years back, some other requirements there of industries. 2 years after, the requirements might change. So that mentoring we actually need, and that can only be we can get only from an institute. So, and it is the best institute to guide you for your life. Career is something, a part of our life, a major part of our life. So we need proper mentoring, and we need mentors for that.
In life, I would say, like in life, EdYoda, if suppose you're somewhere else also, you might find mentor in your friend, you might find mentor in your mom, dad, anyone. But there's someone that you can go to, tell your problems, and they might be able to guide you what to do next.
Right. So in every field, we have a mentor with us. In the same way, for a career, we have EdYoda as a mentor. For me, EdYoda was my mentor for my career building.
Great. So with that, Bhavya, we'll be coming to the end of this discussion, and I would like to thank you that you took out time from your busy schedule and shared your story here with all of us.
That's my pleasure. I would love to help. In fact, I have already guided many of them who connected with me on LinkedIn for the EdYoda. And yeah, I feel great being at part of an EdYoda, such a great institute. Yeah.
And we really hope that through this video, people who want to, like, they're still confused, they want to know, they will definitely feel inspired and they'll be able to put that extra effort to go forward and make their career. And I would also like to wish you all the best for your career, that whatever goals you have, you are able to achieve it and go even more further.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And before we finish, there are 3 lines that I would ask you to repeat. The first line will be, if you found the video useful, please do click on the like button. Second line will be, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. And third line will be, share this video with your friends too. So over to you, Bhavya.
If you like this video, please click on the like button, subscribe the channel, share this video with your friends too. Whoever needs this, please help them. Do help them.
Great, Bhavya. With that, we'll come to the end of this video. So once again, like, share, subscribe, and that'll be it from our side. Thank you all for watching. That'll be it. So we'll say all the viewers bye-bye before we finish.
Bye. Thank you so much.